Capitol Hill. Hell, it all being done.
I am so happy to be here in Washington, D.C. this morning with all you Appalachian children. Being an Appalachian child myself, I understand what we're up against, and I cannot believe Washington would be trying to take down jobs of our own. You know, we have helped you guys have helped to fuel America, and I don't want to turn my hair dryer off. He's prettier than an Appalachian child. Just look at him. Can you hear my guitar okay? Well, I was born a coal miner's daughter in a cabin on a hill in Butcher Holler. We were poor, but we had love. That's the one thing, Mom.
But this morning you have seen Democrats and Republicans come up here, regardless of party. Today we are Americans first before we are Democrats and Republicans. And we have got to get our energy future right. We have got to get our energy future right. And as my good friend Jim Webb said, a big piece of that energy future will include coal. But we got to not be afraid of innovation. We got to not be afraid of recognizing that we're going to have a full mix in our energy portfolio. We should not be afraid of any energy solution. Well, it makes no sense in America to send $600 billion of your money and mine to the very people who are at least indirectly attacking our troops who are serving abroad. And if we're going to do that with domestic energy, coal's going to be a big piece of that going forward. So do keep the faith. But it will be coal, it will be gas, maybe some domestic offshore oil. We also shouldn't be afraid of nuclear. We also shouldn't be afraid of solar and wind and all of the portfolio approach. We also shouldn't be afraid, as Jim Webb said, to make sure there are ways we can do and mine coal cleaner and burn it with. We shouldn't be afraid of carbon capture and sequestration. That is part of coal's future as well. But we need to make sure that the folks who are making the rules actually understand what it means to work in a mine.
47% of Americans will have electricity and 53% won't. Well, that's what we in Appalachia do for America. And I don't really care if America doesn't appreciate it, because I do appreciate it and I do understand it. And for those of you who are not fortunate enough to come from West Virginia, and I love you all, some of you will know that I came to West Virginia as something called a Vista volunteer back in the Middle Ages, 1964. And I worked with a coal mining family in a coal mining community where not a single coal miner worked because all the coal had been mined. So I know what it is for coal miners not to have work. And it's sad. It takes away from their self-esteem, it takes away from the food on their table, and it takes away from their prospects for the future. If people don't have hope, if they don't believe they have a future, they have really very little they can rely on, right? So you got to believe.
Yeah.
And it's hard these days to believe, isn't it? You can take 90% of the carbon out of coal, out of every single lump of coal, if we just get down and do what a number of us want to do. George Voinovich is a Republican. I'm a Democrat. He's from Ohio. I'm from West Virginia. I don't care. We've got a great idea. It's called carbon capture and sequestration. We got to pass that bill. It is tough stuff. Being a coal miner is tough stuff. Whether you're a man or whether you're a woman, it's tough. It's tough. And the rest of America doesn't appreciate it. We can make coal clean. We can do this right. We can protect your jobs forever. And from my point of view, I will never, ever abandon you. I want you to go home with a feeling there are people on your side that are fighting desperately against people who are not on your side. And guess what? When you're down on the ground fighting for survival, you fight harder than people who have all the benefits of what you do, that is electricity, at low cost.
Said that this is a beginning, not an end, but a beginning, that we need to continue to
You've done us for joy.